I let me give you a quick cleaning on the camera. Camera, blurry. Yeah, the camera is all right. There's not much light around, but this is a very quick video in regards to what we're facing at the moment in Angola. Just let me give you a scenario. On 28th of July, Angola wake up, Luanda most in particular, the capital, wake up and in a deeply situation that in reaction of a previous communication from the government or to the citizen that the rise of the petrol would would be implemented, and then as it was implemented, it touched the life of all citizens in the country in a negative way, as most of Angola are dependent on oil. Despite we're rich in oil, we depend on a diesel for many things. Keep in mind that the country doesn't have electricity structure that can affect each every single citizen, and people need the diesel to do many things on their life on a daily basis. Most in particular, we don't have in Luanda and many other cities in Angola. Remember, Luanda is a capital. We do not have a public transport being effective or have a capability to help all citizens to move around and to go do their daily operation as work. And for that reason, many people are rely on a transportation by the Uber or the cab. So the association of cab drivers felt that the rising of the petrol would affect their daily activities. They would be in serious trouble with their customers because they would be, um, for the reason that the petrol has been raised. So they would have as well an intention to rise the price of petrodollar, or to rise of the price of their running to the taxes. So therefore, implemented. They went through using the Angolan legislations by the constitution, and they put in place as an association, as an institution. They put in place a protest, but this protest came to me as a political activist that we've been analyzing. We've been through this revolution since the period that we had Jose Duarte Santos in power. The problem with this, our officials in the country, is even including the president, is the approach that they do have. I know they don't have problems with the petrol, with the diesel. I know they've got everything feel for them, but I think we have to be realistic. By the time we open up to the citizen and say that, hey, we are realistic that the situation that we're going on is not good, but this change has to be implemented because of so. Now, the way the president took it and interviewed with the Portuguese journalist from CNN hurts many people. So I think that one, people already were living in circumstances with the many problems, many economical problems, many economic needs, and people feel like this is a time that came out, and then Luanda wake up on the situation. That let me see if I still have the video here from some international channel. Luanda wake up in the serious miseries, and the many people across the globe were questioning the fact that we are rich in many mineral resources. How come we were we were in that situation? Well, the situation was real, and many people who had the Luanda show so the ugly days of our
Over
country.
fuel prices. Earlier this month, the government decided to hike the price of diesel by a third. This spurred off and on demonstrations. And this happened over the month. But this week, the protests flared. Thousands of people have taken to the streets in the capital, Luanda. They have clashed with the police. There are reports of rampant looting and destruction of property. At least 4 people have died, and 500 have been arrested. This is the most disruptive protest the country has seen in recent years. So, is this anger just about fuel price hikes? Why does the government want to do it in the first place? Also, if Angola has black gold wealth, why does it remain largely impoverished? Here's a report.
Fuel expensive. Taxes expensive. Life difficult. As thousands march in Angola, this summarizes their anger. It all began earlier this month, when the Southern African country's government made a contentious decision. They announced plans to raise the price of diesel by more than 33%. This was part of a long-running government drive to cut costly subsidies and shore up public finances.
As you could see, what took the country for be in the situation that Angola is at the moment is the rise of the diesel. And I feel many people in our country, they come with approach seems to be surprisingly. We witnessed recently the financial bodies from the governmental, they've been involved in serious corruptions. We heard the news all over the public media. Newspaper wrote article, but what was the end? What was the approach that the governmental took towards those situations in order for say, hey, this problem is solved? No, there was none. It was dealt as like some uh, another day. Well, however, we know that the political party in power, MPLA, they have no issues because no many in MPLA, we have to be realistic, are happy with the Mr. President Juan Lorenzo in power. This is their problems. This is not our problem as a people. This is the problem. And for that reason, they have to solve this situation among them because our life goes on, because we cannot be constantly destroyed, killed, prosecuted, scared, put in a mental damaged position because the MPLA egos is more than ourselves. So at this point, the population come out, and I think it's not about like many people have been saying, "Oh, it's a red card, it's a yellow card." This is none of that. This is not red card, nor yellow card. We are in tragedy, and let's wipe out this crap conversation that many analysts have been saying. Oh, the water in the cup has been going up, and then this is falling down by meaning like we're gonna have a popular revolution. This is none of that. We are in tragedy. People are showing that this governmental, we heading to 50 years, they not capable to do so. And one of the things that we've been experiencing in the region is like get involved in the football. Rwanda got involved in the football. Rwanda were capable. Paul Kagame responded the needs for the Rwanda citizen. João Lourenço invited Argentina to come with the mess to play. For who watching mess? People with the hunger. People when they finish watching mess, plane, they may use all their salary to buy the ticket. How much is the ticket? The cheapest ticket will be more than a minimum wages in the country. That is insane. That is disrespectful. And on the other hand, you see Congo as well hosting 4 year, having a 4 years deal with the Barcelona. No matter how good is the deal, no matter how good is the approach, but the social condition of individual in Congo is disgraceful for one government to do. This is how we treat us each other um, as a people. So, well, this is my contribution on an analysis. Obviously, I've been doing many of my things in Portuguese, but I pop in now and then to come here and for us to have a little bit breakdown in terms of what's happening in Angola. My name is Jika Tetembwa. I'm in many other platforms, but this is one of them that I'm looking to put my all um, analysis, my thoughts, my ideas in terms of English. Thank you so much. We start to building the channel now, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.